This is Lee Terrier from PW Mania with the one, the only, and now the Atlas World Heavyweight Champion, Gene Munny. Gene, how are you doing, sir?
I mean, just look at me. Look at this. How do you think I'm doing? I am doing great. I got something highly impractical to hold my trousers up with. I am on top of the world. In fact, I am Atlas right now. I'm holding the world on my shoulders, and it feels good. Feels so good.
I bet. And, this has been a long time coming.
Mm.
You've had a great career in progress. It's really built up to this. How did that moment feel at 100 volts when your arm was raised and the belt was given to you?
Well, it's kind of one of them bittersweet things. Like we can say I've had a great career at progress, and I think it's all due to perception because I don't feel like I have. I feel like until this moment, have had nothing really to show for my time in the company. I don't get me wrong, I've had some fantastic matches. Some of the best times of my career have been in progress. But to actually have something to show for it for the first time in 6 years, I actually debuted. We are getting so close. I don't know when this is getting released, but we are so close to the actual date of my 6 year anniversary progress, 2019 Natural Progression Series. Um, yeah, incredible time for me. And to be able to hold the championship 6 years later, it does feels overdue. It feels overdue.
And that's fair. And I was there at that show. I remember it. It was part of a double header weekend, the Sunday on at Ali Pali.
Mm.
And from that on that Saturday afternoon show at the ballroom, you made the mark. What was going through your head at that point when, obviously progress was in its first phase, let's say, and you having your debut there at the ballroom, which was at the, as it is now, was going down in legendary status.
I was beyond excitement to be in that. And like, I need a big entrance. I tore out of a custom made doghouse I had built. And like, yeah, one of the previous owners offered to pay me back for every penny I'd spent on the entrance because they were like, you made the show. And I may have gone out in the first round, but the fact that I'm still here, I think, is a testament to what I did in that tournament. And then to go on to Ali Pali the next day in the Proteus Rumble, again, these were short moments of the infancy of my career, but we just tried to make them matter as much as we did. And I've loved being in progress ever since.
And that's a good thing because we start there that September 2019. Not long after that, there's the pandemic. Everything shuts down. But you come then into those shows in the empty arena shows, and there was one where you went for the title, and it was one of the best promos I've seen. Like
Yeah.
at that point. How was everything around then? Because we have seen that different side to you across, the fun from your debut to that moment where it was total passion and desire to show who you really were.
I think the pandemic level of wrestling kind of, I don't know, kind of killed who I was, unfortunately, because I was that fan favorite to an extent. I was that wrestler who was a fan who was getting brought on by the fans to do this cool stuff. Without them, I wouldn't have gotten there. And then it comes to the pandemic wrestling, and they weren't there, and they couldn't be there. And I had to kind of reinvent who I was during that period. And yeah, it led to a world championship match against Cara Noir, the last ever match that got aired from the tapings era of Peckham. But yeah, it was to do that. I actually watched that promo back recently, and it isn't just because I'm a massive mark for myself. It's more of the fact that what were we supposed to do in those moments to get a crowd going when there wasn't a crowd? We recorded them so far in advance. It was like telling a joke to someone and not hearing if it was funny for another like 4 months. It was like really odd. So I put everything into that promo because that's exactly how I was feeling. And I'm glad that you've brought that up because it means that, you know, somewhere out there, that was like, hey, I'm remembering that. And that's sick.
I really did, mate. And I must say, it was, yeah, as I said, full of passion, full of intensity, and the match was great in itself as well. And when we come back into
I
post-pandemic
shat my
times,
pants in that match.
oh, really?
28 seconds in, the first middle kick I received from Cara Noir, terrible, terrible time. Didn't know I had food poisoning until that exact moment. And
Oh,
then
mate.
did another 20 minutes after that.
Well,
Dreadful, dreadful. Great match.
yeah.
It's ruined now for you, but it's dreadful.
Well, kudos to you for carrying on in that sense, because as you
I'm a
say, we can't.
pro. I'm a pro.
You are a pro, mate, and that's the thing. We see you come out of post-pandemic times. The crowd are back on your side. We see the matches. We enjoy what you're doing. The Internet Championship. Then there's that fantastic stuff with Warren Banks. Now, what did that mean to you? Because again, talking about passion, that was another time that was full of real passion and emotion.
Yeah, I mean, I we had people genuinely crying during that promo before he left because Warren Banks to me is the epitome of somebody else dropping the ball. Warren is this 6'4" Nigerian absolute behemoth. He's built like a Greek god. He is full of athleticism, explosiveness. He's one of the most intelligent men I know. And he's just cool as shit and just marketable as hell. And it really did upset me that someone I consider to be one of my closest friends um, was leaving his time in this industry before somebody picked up and ran with him because he was that uncut gem, he was the best. And there was genuine upset from me. And maybe it's just me putting my vibes out there to him, but he, in my eyes, was someone who could have gone all the way and done some incredible things. He was someone who I see could have, would have been greater, greater and greater and greater. But maybe that was just what I built him up to be in my head. So there was a lot of realism going into that match, especially into that promo, where uh, I felt like it was a loss to the industry, and I felt like the industry had done him wrong. But the industry owes nobody anything, and this is just me being over emotional because I don't get to see my friend as much as I used to.
Yeah, well, that's a fair point. I mean, look, you had a history together. It was a lovely ending. Even if it wasn't the way you wanted in that match. But I guess then just slightly after that, there was that time with Rufus Hound, and that's when I think us in the Progress audience started to see a bit of a change. What happened there?
Well, I think the thing is, we've said it all, haven't we? Like, I came in 2019. I did all the pandemic stuff in 2021, and I may have had championship match, but I didn't really get anywhere. And then I had that run to strong style in 2022. I kind of dropped off after that. I think I fell off as a wrestler at Progress. Um, and then I could never get it. Like, it was trying to I was trying to get into another gear and my car was just not having it. And I'm just trying to tear down at 70 in third gear. It just wasn't working. And I needed a change. Something needed to change. Otherwise, I'd go into that show after show, and nothing would matter.
Mm.
It wouldn't matter if I'd have won. Wouldn't matter if I'd have lost. I was just there. I was just funny old Gene, and you get tired of that. You feel like in wrestling, you need a purpose, you need a drive. And if that's a change of attitude, then here we are.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a good one in that sense. There is that family, Martina, Cruz. It's obviously fractured now at this point, but you got there and you got it not just against Will Cruz, but against Mike DiVecchio has been fantastic. And the match was really, really strong. The crowd were thrilled there. But how did you feel leading up to this? Because this, as I say, is another defining moment and has turned into, at this point, the defining moment. How did it all lead up to, and how was your feelings around the match and post match?
Let's talk about my beautiful family, shall we? My nondescript partner in crime, Session Moth Martina. Again, one of the most underutilized performers. This is a woman who was signed by Ring of Honor. This is a woman who turned down contracts to go and do bigger and better things. And like, she's incredible. I genuinely do not think she gets the appreciation she deserves. Add to that Taishi Azawa, my son, my biological Japanese son, who people may have heard that I disowned, but that's just fake news. That's just all AI. None of that's real. He's my son by birth from my loins. Um, and yeah, he went on to become, you know, the head honcho at Noah. He won GHC heavyweight championship, and my God, did he do a good job? Hell yeah, son. Daddy's proud of you. And then we get to Will Cruse. Now, William, he's a big boy. He's gone on to do some fantastic things since being a part of my family. Like, he's gone on to Pro Wrestling Noah. He's gone on to fly to New York for WWE tryouts. Will Cruse is an absolute monster. He is fantastic at what he does. I can't argue that. But what he's really good at is not winning the Atlas Championship. And he proved that last month, didn't he? At 100 volts. And he's going to prove it. Oh, he's going to prove it to the world once again when he tries to take this off me. Which we, he won't. But because the promo came out today, they did a lovely Wonder Years kind of thing, and it was really nice. Did G Money get a single vocal performance in that promo? No, of course he didn't. Let's all make it about Will. Let's all make it about the special boy with his giant head and bad mullet. No. And you know what? It's going to be so much sweeter when he doesn't walk away with this championship.
Well, I mean, that's it, because at Camden Lock Up, September 28th, it's you against Cruz. And yeah, I mean, is this it? There's no way of reconciliation, no sign of respect that can be given. Is it, could
If
it
he
never
if
be
he wants to
repaired?
apologize to me, if he wants to apologize to me and say, Uncle, I have been a very, very silly nephew. I apologize for being such an ungrateful toe rag. And I want to be part of your family again. Maybe, just maybe, I'll um I'll take it easy on him at lockup. But unless I hear them words, I am going into this match to give that ungrateful piece of trash the comeuppance he deserves.
Wow. I mean, this is the thing. You are now this world heavyweight champion, and this is a new reign. What do you want to do in your reign? Like, what is there? There's been big champions of this title, you're taking it forward. What is there that you want to deliver to a Progress audience? Is there something you want to do further out than that, taking that belt all around? What is your ambition?
You're right. This Atlas Championship has been held by just such a lineage. You look at the names from Rampage Brown winning the first Atlas Championship tournament against Joe Coffey in the final. We've had Matt Riddle win this. We've had Trent Seven win this. Doug Williams win this. Gunter win this. Like, Luke Jacobs went on to win it. Ricky Knight Jr., Yoshiki Inamura, Axel Tisha, Mike D, not Will Cruse. Um, but it means a lot to have my name etched alongside those names. 100%. What I want, I think I think it's the wake up call I've needed personally to show this company exactly what I am capable of. I like to be a joke sometimes. I like to make people laugh. I'm an entertainer at the end of the day. That's who I am and what I can do. But I think a lot of people don't understand and appreciate how good I can be at this.
Mm.
So this is an active call out to every, tall boy, fat lad, big kid, and muscle daddy. If you're weighing over the weight limit, Gene's got a championship for you to try and get. And he's going to help you count every single light on the ceiling of the electric ballroom when you try. This is
Wow.
my Atlas Championship right now. I'm going to treat this like my baby. I would prefer to not be able to walk out of that ring than have somebody walk out with this. As simple as that. This is mine until I choose to let it go.
And is there, I mean, I love the confidence. So you don't see any way that Will can come and take it off you on September 28th?
We have had a zero successful title reign of this Atlas Championship by Mike D before me. Not a chance we're letting that happen again. This isn't past the parcel, William. This is mine until I see otherwise. You're not the one. You can go out there, you can go back to Japan, you can be the Godzilla that you are designed to be, but you're not the Atlas Championship, mate. And you're not gonna be.
Well, I mean, Gene, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, mate. And it's been an absolute pleasure to see your career from 2019, as you say, around now to this, up to September 28th, when I wish you all the best of luck, mate. And I can't wait to see the match.
Lee, absolute pleasure, mate. You get to see me powerbomb Will Cruse off a balcony.
Hey, it's going to be interesting. Thank you very much. We'll see you on September 28th.
Absolute pleasure. Take it easy, bro.
Thank you, mate.